Alright, what is going on, my friend out there on YouTube? My name is Brando Linick, and I want to talk to you about something that's kind of broad and contextual in the marketplace of business, starting a business, building your own income. So if this is something you're looking into, we're going to use an example. This is just an off-the-cuff example that came to the top of my head. And we're going to talk about gas stations just as an example to kick off this conversation, how much you can make from them, because it depends, and I know that's not something that a lot of you want to hear, but I'm going to give you some numbers and facts here. Franchising a gas station is ideally one of people's most basic approaches. Alright, now with a franchise you have to have liquidated assets, and you have to put a lot of money into it to actually meet the criteria to apply for a gas station franchise. So you're in a lot of debt, and your income can be anywhere from $100,000 to $500,000, making that annually off of that gas station year after year. But the thing is, it depends on location, it depends on sales, and if you're in a popular location, you're going to do fine. If you're not in a popular location, I mean, it's going to be different, alright? There's going to be different traffic that are going to come in, they're going to stop, you're going to get different customers. So you obviously want to make sure location is big, it's keen. From that point on, that's really what's going to drive your business. Even though it's a gas station, and everyone needs gas, location is keen. And if you don't go the franchising route, you do it yourself, alright? You buy oil and you buy gas from manufacturers and oil rigs, okay, which you can do. It's a little bit different of a process because you're reinventing the wheel, so it can come up a little bit cheaper for yourself, but then you got to partner up with a wholesaler, you got to do third-party liabilities, and when it comes to that, it can be a little bit tricky with gas and the government, okay, depending on the state and the province that you live in. But it's a good way to go, all right, whether you're franchising or whether you're not. The fluctuation in income that you're going to make is dependent on location and dependent on your reliability, customer service, satisfaction, and that's really what's going to turn the most amount of money for you. And then obviously how you grow that income is if you have more than one gas station. If you're limiting yourself to one gas station, it limits your income. If you have multiple ones, like a franchise, starting out your own franchise, then obviously you can make as much money as you really please, depending on if the year's been good or not, locations are good or not. So I hope that makes sense. All those key factors, they come into play, and it's going to fluctuate. That's why I can't give you an exact number, so I hope that some of you are okay with that. But that said, if you have any questions on this, you can comment below and I will try and get back to you. But I want to give you an idea that you can actually take and apply in this video. For those of you who are just watching this and you want to build an income for yourself, you want to be your own boss, you want to be your own boss and start your own business because you don't want to work for another person. You want to do what you want to do when you want to do it, whenever you want to do it. And if that's the case, before considering starting a gas station business, before considering taking on the overhead of supplies, equipment, employees, buying wholesale price gas, and marking it up retail price, going through the government and the regulations you got to follow for that, before you take all that headache on, which it can be if you are not passionate about it, I would encourage you, learn to build a leverage business in a way in which your profit margins can be a lot higher and your overheads a lot lower. And the only way to do that in today's day and age is learning how to build a business on the internet. Now, I'm not going to tell you that's the only way to go, but if you want a high profit margin, meaning more income coming into your bank account, and you want less overhead, okay, with less of the headaches, like employees, equipment, managing and maintaining people, then I would encourage you, if you want to build a business, be your own boss, learn to do it on the internet. Not the only way to go, again, but wasn't until I did this, I transitioned from traditional business to an internet business, that I had a personal breakthrough and I was able to do it full time, quit my job, and haven't looked back since. So if it worked for me, it can definitely work for you. My secret with it was not pushing a button, getting rich overnight. Alright, that's not what I'm talking about here. I worked hard, strategically, consistently, but it wasn't until I came across an individual who was willing to share with me what they had done to do it that I was able to have a breakthrough. So I'd encourage you to connect with someone who's already doing it so that you can have your breakthrough too. So that's just a little add-on tip, nothing to do with gas stations obviously, but just an add-on tip for those of you wanting to be your own boss, create your own income. I figured I would share with you. So I appreciate you, it's been fun. If you'd like to learn more information about building an income and business online, if it's something that triggers your interest, your open opportunity, you can always check out my site. It's 123marketingtips.com. The link will be in the description. I'll personally connect with you there, and regardless of the road you go down, I will see you on the beach of the world. Take care.